when I was at the age where I was beginning to think about colleges, I thought I really just, at that point, I already knew I wanted to go to New York and write for musical theater. So I just wanted to go to a school that was like a musical theater type conservatory. My parents were very much against that. They were all about I should go to a liberal arts school, and we were kind of butting heads. And my dad, who's very smart, said, I don't know anything about show business. I don't know anything about musical theater. He said, why don't you write to people who are, who you respect, who are doing what you want to do, and see what they suggest. And whatever they suggest, your mom and I will support.
Wow.
So hard to argue with that, right?
Kind of a hip dad.
My dad, I sent my dad, this was, of course, before computers and Googling, but they used to have these volumes called Who's Who, where you would look up,
Right.
famous people in all different fields, and they would give you contact addresses. So I had my dad look up Leonard Bernstein, Stephen Sondheim, and Burt Bacharach, because those were three of my musical gods.
Right.
And I wrote a letter that basically said just that. I'm a young man looking to pursue a career in musical theater. What do you suggest as far as my college studies? And I did not hear from Burt Bacharach, although years later I did get to meet and work with him. I did get letters back from Bernstein and Sondheim, and They were almost identical in that they both suggested, this made my parents very happy, they both suggested I go to a liberal arts college, but find a liberal arts college that had very good departments in music and theater. And they both suggested I get as much practical experience as possible. And Sondheim's letter even ended with a note saying, if you happen to be in New York in the near future, I'd be happy to meet with you. So that was incredibly welcoming and exciting. And it took a few years before we actually met. But I ended up going to Oberlin College in Ohio. So I ended up back in Ohio. And went to Oberlin College and was enrolled in the college, but half my courses were in the conservatory. And I had kind of a made-up major that sort of mushed together a composition major in the conservatory and a theater major in the college.
Welcome to the world of Cabarabia, the world where Broadway, jazz, comedy, and pop share the spotlight, and a 2-drink minimum. With your host, producer, director Clifford Bell, keeping the world safe for live performances in intimate settings on Global Voice Broadcasting.